Namaskar and welcome to Exploring the Gold Mine. Welcome to the big, bold world of glamour and fashion. Yes, that's what our guest is all about today. She is a very successful model. She has seen the dark side of modeling. She has faced racism, humiliation, objectification. She has battled it all. She is unorthodox, living life on her own terms. And she has come out like a tigress. She is the bold and the beautiful, the stunning and the gorgeous, the one of the only Indian models to be featuring on models.com. She's none other than Ninja Singh. So Ninja Singh is here with us. We'll take her, connect her, and get her on the show.
Hi,
Hi, Ninja. Welcome to
how are
Exploring the
you?
Gold Mine. I'm great, Ninja. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Actually, I had a really bad backache, so I just woke a while ago. So I'm here on my bed. So hope that's all right.
That's perfect. You're looking gorgeous as always.
I don't look half as what I usually look, but thank you. You're kind.
Uh, Ninja, so to start off, before starting off the discussion, I have a lot of curiosity about your name. So I would like to know how the name Ninja, because your full name reads Ninja Gagan Singh Devi.
It's
And
Jagan.
when
It's Jagan.
Jagan. Okay,
Yeah.
yes. So, and when I first, heard your name, Ninja, I remembered the famous cartoon Ninja Hattori, where this ninja has some magical powers and he keeps helping people, solving problems. So, unconsciously, I imaged you as this kind of person. So, how did this name come, Ninja? So I think Ninja, your video has freezed.
Yeah, I know. Is it better now?
Uh, I'm finding your video freezed. So, but I can hear
I can
you. You
see
can
you.
go ahead.
My name
Can you see?
Ninja came from
Yeah.
my uncle naming me when I was born. We didn't really have a grandfather because he passed away before I was born. So my uncle took up the authority of naming me because he used to watch a lot of English movies. So Ninja, Hattori, and
Okay.
whatever you are quoting happened right there then in '92. So he named me Ninja, and that's where I got my name because. My grandmother did not really like that I was the first kid. I mean, it happens in everyone's family, but she didn't like कि पहली बच्ची है, लड़का नहीं है, and all of that bullshit. So my mother's family took full control over the kids, and my father also was staying with my nannies in my nanny's house. So everyone took full control that we're not now going to name the kids. So they named me Ninja, and I think they've done justice to the kind of personality I have, and that's where I got my name.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Ninja, your video is still freezed. I don't know if you could do something about it so that, uh, we can just see a picture of yours. We want to see you live, actually.
I can see my life as myself live. I don't know. Does it work now?
Uh, I request, yes, Ninja, are you there? And I also want to know from the viewers if you can see Ninja perfectly, or is there a problem at my end? Uh, okay, so Ninja, to begin with, how did your journey begin? And how did you, begin? And when did you think of becoming a model?
I never want to become a model. I never wanted to become a model. I was a student of science. I studied PCMB, and I was studying to be a pilot, and then I was studying to be a doctor. And what had happened was my brother
Oh,
had signed me up for this Hindustan Times Ford model supermodel because everyone used to say that you're 6 feet tall. I mean, I'm 6 feet tall. So
all
there used
right.
to be like you should participate in something like this because when you're middle class, all you think is supermodels are tall, you know. So, coming from a very academic middle class family, they were like, you're tall, equivalent to a supermodel, so you gotta go participate in this competition. So I was trying to be a doctor then, and I bunked college, and I ended up going for this competition. Thank you. Going up for this competition, and I ended up winning. I never had any intentions of participating in a modeling competition because I personally think it's a waste of time because I'm not a girl who goes on the stage and does this. So I really don't know if it makes any sense to the kind of person I am. But I still went for it and I won. And I think that's what was in my destiny. And then I won in New York, and that's how I started. Perhaps I was 18 or 19 then. I was turning 19
Okay,
then. Yeah.
all right. So you had a quite a adventurous, life moving from New York to then London, and then I think to Paris, and then back to India. So, what was it all about? Why were you traveling like to places?
So when we talk about a modeling career, unlike what it is in India, in abroad it's more
Can you
like a
hear me, Ninja?
global. Yeah, I can.
Yeah. Can you see me?
So yeah, I can.
Yeah. So I was asking you, like, you have been traveling places, and what was the requirement or the reason for that?
So when we talk about an international modeling career, of course I won in New York, but the whole modeling career is all about traveling everywhere. And the main markets in the world are London, Paris, New York. And when a model is a supermodel or is becoming
Okay.
an international model, she's supposed to be traveling to all those countries to do fashion weeks, and that's why I was traveling. So I've gone multiple times. I've lived in London multiple times. I've lived in Paris multiple times. I've been to Milan multiple times, and I was living in New York. That was my base. So yeah, that's a lot of traveling. That's why you travel as a model.
Okay. So, I understand, that you have gone through a lot of sexual abuse, and you have also undergone depression subsequently. In fact, I also made to understand that, I don't know, someone had sexually abused you with a hot iron rod. So would you tell us a little bit about that journey of yours?
Well, journey is a funny word, but I feel like that was, to explain what had happened with a steaming hot iron was that was my boyfriend. I was
Yeah.
dating this guy in New York. He was a white guy,
Okay.
American guy, and we had a crazy relationship. We called it love, and I did not have anyone from India to ask them कि ये सही है कि ये गलत है. So in Indian movie in movies that we watch of Americans, वो Americans को दिखाते हैं, yo, so what? They show them as narcissism. They show them as someone who's really looking out for themselves before they're looking out for others. So I was like, जैसे भी ये behave करता है, it's a complete normal behavior. If he is asking me to shut up and he's asking me to do certain things, maybe that is the cultural appropriation that he's raised with. So yeah, he was full of himself, full of narcissism, and he used to always hurt me mentally. One day he wanted to have kinky sex with me. He was like, and for a young person who's 21, 22 years old, he was like, let's have kinky sex. And I was like, sure, I've seen it in television, you tie people up and then you try different things. I was like, sure, I want to try that. And then he was like, I saw this particular thing on television and it's not going to hurt. I was like, what is it that you saw? And then he takes a steam iron and he puts it on my leg. Boom. And I was like, that was the first time I realized in a relationship of 2 years that okay, this guy really has the power to hurt me physically. Mentally, वो जो भी करता है, बोलता है कि you are this, you are that, he doesn't allow me to go anywhere. That's totally fine because जब तक चीजें physically नहीं होती, दूसरों को नहीं दिखती, you don't realize कि वो असली में हो रही हैं. So when I saw that bruise on my
You think
thigh,
it's
I was like,
possessiveness, you think it's possessiveness, it's love, it's probably that's what the feeling is, probably.
yeah, because in India you're taught, at least in my family, I come from a very, typical family from Uttar Pradesh. My father is from UP, and he says, I've heard him saying कि घर में जो भी कोई बच्चा काम नहीं कर रहा होता या सुन नहीं रहा होता बोलते हैं इसकी शादी करवा दो, उस पर जिम्मेदारी आएगी तो ये सुधर जाएगा. So, I felt like कि एक औरत का काम होता है किसी आदमी को सुधारना. So I felt like whatever he's doing, it's completely fine because I'm gonna fix him. My love is gonna fix him. So
Okay.
that's how it got derailed and it really started going wrong.
Ninja, we can't hear you, Ninja.
I don't know. It's the first time. What's happening is the
Yeah,
electricity
now
is
I can see
acting
you
up
and
on
hear
me.
you both, Ninja. I can hear you.
Yeah.
So, so that's how it happened. So you have been traumatized, in your life, and as we say that there is quite a stigma associated with so many social taboos, including abortion. And you have went on record to say that you were pregnant at the age of 22, and you had to you were misguided by judgmental doctors, and you had to go to shady clinics to get the abortion done. So how did this happen?
Well, I have been pregnant multiple times in my life. I've gone on record to say it twice because I don't think someone who's making a video has so many times to descriptively, mention it. And I feel like every girl in India has a vagina. She's a girl because she has a vagina and a uterus. So I feel like when two people, when they show in Bollywood movies that there are people who are making out and a girl is standing and she's getting touched and it's an appropriate love affair that happens. The Bollywood movies don't show कि affair के बाद बच्चा भी एक consequence होता है. Everybody is not
See,
using a condom. So I
yeah,
feel like what I really said on record is something that happens with everybody. But since
right.
patriarchy is what drives this society, I feel like people are not able to talk about it. But yes, I have been pregnant many times, and whenever I used to have, without a condom sex with my boyfriend, sometimes I would get pregnant. I think I've been pregnant 4 times and 2 times I've been on record. And one time when I was pregnant, I flew back from Paris. When I found out I was pregnant, I was going to walk for Paris Fashion Week for Thierry Mugler, and I came back and I realized I was pregnant and I couldn't walk, and I had to get an abortion. So I came to a clinic, and the doctor was like, first question was like, you are unmarried. And because for them they cannot ask you are you sexually active or not, so they'll ask you married ho unmarried ho, because आप बोलोगे आप married हो तो मतलब आप sex कर रहे होगे, अगर आप unmarried हो तो आप कर ही नहीं सकते, because it's not allowed morally by the society. So I was like, yeah, I'm unmarried. So she judged me right away. 22-year-old, what a bad example to all the girls out there, ये कैसी लड़की है and all of that. Even though she and her daughter is doing the same thing, but she's going to act like this, you know, morale of wisdom. So I was like, yeah, and then I had to go to a shady clinic in Noida, actually. And then the clinic's name
Okay,
was Navjeevan, I think. And the doctor
okay.
was ruthless, She was just treating me. I went through a surgical abortion where they put a funnel inside your vagina and suck everything out. So that was really traumatizing.
Okay. So the abortions that you had mostly were in India, or it was also abroad?
I tried to get an abortion in Paris, but abortion is not legal in Paris, in France, as much as I know. So I couldn't get it over there. And
Okay.
like in India, you can just go and get things done after you pay people. That's not a possibility for a
Yeah.
person of my
Yeah.
ethnicity in France.
Hmm. So you got it done in India. So in effect, I understand the problem is across the world.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So recently on Instagram, I saw that you posted a nude picture and captioned it like the naked girl.
Yep.
Uh, hello. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was quite a provocative caption that you had put on the Instagram handle, saying that I don't completely remember it, but then it provocates the men to comment on the picture that you put. And let me put on record and say that the picture was beautiful. It was amazing picture which you had put on your Insta handle. So what was the idea behind putting up the picture with such a provocative tagline?
The idea was to, put it in verbatim what men really think about women in their head. Because no matter what you wear, even if you're wearing that shirt, even if you're a doctor, even if I'm wearing this T-shirt, the only idea a man of us has of us is the boobs inside of it. So I was like, जब सबको नंगी लड़की देखनी, it was not a naked girl, it was a नंगी लड़की, for the record.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, I remember. Yeah.
and I like being provocative because I feel like अगर आपको किसी चीज को इंसाफ दिलाना है आपको बात मुद्दे की करनी पड़ेगी तो यहाँ पे लड़कियों को छेड़ा जाता है इन दिस कंट्री किसी को नेकेड गर्ल ही बुलाया जाता है नंगी लड़की बुलाया जाता है so I feel like as an entrepreneur and as a very famous personality in the fashion industry where I have so many followers I feel like I need to put out the real situation that is happening in India so I quote the exact things by verbatim एंड आई राइट थिंग्स दैट इवन दो आप कोई भी फोटो डालोगे लड़कों के कमेंट्स तो ये आएंगे इसका ये दिख रहा है इसका वो दिख रहा है इसके अंदर ये होगा मम्मे इज द वर्ड दैट इट डिस्क्राइब और बूब्स विद सो आई वाज लाइक साफ सीधी सी बात करो जैसे वो हमारे बॉडी पार्ट्स को एस्केलेट करके एलिवेट करके डिस्क्राइब करते हैं वैसे ही शब्दों में बात करो एंड आई काइंड ऑफ फेल लाइक बिकॉज आई लव स्टडिंग साइकोलॉजी एंड राइट नाउ आई एम स्टडिंग टू बी अ लॉयर सो आई फील लाइक व्हेन if you want justice for certain things, then you got to quote them as it is. You can't sugarcoat them or you can't make them look nicer in appearance. That's not going to get you justice. So I feel like that's what I do, at least that's what I try doing. I just try to put things out like, तुम सोचते
Oh, I think some problem with Ninja's connection. She'll be back soon with us. In the meantime,
yeah.
I thank all of you for joining. Anju, hi. Ashok, hi. Dilip, hello. So, yes, Ninja is back. Yeah. Ninja, when you mentioned about law, you have been doing law now, and I get to know that you have been doing law in with an intention to help the women. So,
Right.
why you are doing this, and what is your idea, and how are you going to help with doing law?
I feel like, again I said, justice is based on abiding law. Justice is not moral justice. Moral justice only God can give you. But I feel like when you're living a life as a human being, the only justice system that we have happens in the court. एंड आई फील
Hmm.
लाइक यहाँ पे सारी औरतें भारत में गुहार लगाती है पर टॉप में सिर्फ आदमी बैठे हैं our प्रधानमंत्री is army we have so many women every house has a woman who gives birth to a kid but then if it comes to justice and what rules have to come there's a prime minister who is a man sitting who knows nothing about women's biology but has everything to say that चीजें ऐसी होनी चाहिए he has appointed ministers chief ministers panchayats that are male dominated so I feel like if women need to get justice and women need to and we don't need justice if we are the one who are bringing every walking individual on this planet alive then I feel like we need to go on the top and have someone of our own gender represent us and speak on behalf of us so I feel like, a person like me who is doing so many things on Instagram, I think my real ground needs to be inside the court when I'm quoting certain things and I'm talking about certain situations and asking
Right,
why isn't this done yet?
right.
You got to do it like this. So I feel like I belong in the
Hmm.
court more than I belong on the internet. Hello?
There's a problem. I find it difficult in hearing you, Ninja. Can my viewers see Ninja and hear her? Please let us know because I have a problem seeing Ninja. Ninja, I can't see you. Is something really hey, something really went wrong and I'm going to get Ninja connected again. Hi Ninja, I'm back. Can you see me?
Yeah, I was here for the past 10 minutes.
Okay, so Ninja will go ahead and we will go ahead with what we were talking.
Right.
So you're doing law to help women, you were saying, and we'll go to the next question. Where you say that one thing I can't stop thinking about lately is how heterosexual marriage benefits men and tends to harm women, but it's culturally framed as something that women want but men don't. And I so much agree with this statement of yours and all the jokes around saying that, how women want to be in a relationship like marriage and men don't. So, how did this occur to you? I mean, thinking about this and actually putting down these words on paper.
Well, actually, this is not my code. This is someone else I found on Instagram. But I write a lot of other
Okay,
provocative things. But I re-quoted it because I felt like this is something that I always talk to
right.
myself. And I feel like every, not only this, and an extension of this quote is the reality that all women around the world face. Any festival, say for instance Diwali, Holi, Navratri, anything, it is culturally framed where women are the epicenter of any ritual that has to be performed. घर का दिया माँ बनाएगी या घर का ये सब माँ करेगी, and all of those main things that have to happen, the mothers are doing it. And every, even in that sense, in the heterosexual marriage where a man comes and marries a woman and a woman has to go and she's crying, and even in that marriage women are supposed to believe that all this crying is a ritual, when exactly it is actually a thing that is happening with them, and actually a real feeling that they're going to leave their one life that they lived and aspired to get into someone's
Yeah.
other perfect life that is parallelly happening and find a space for their own. So I feel like, when women are in their 20s, think about it. When we are going to school, we top the class, we are excellent in co-curricular activities, we do whatever the hell we want, and by the time we are pro at what we want, we are married,
Yes,
you know.
correct.
अब
So
तुम प्रो
you
बन गए हो,
never, yeah,
अब
अब
तुम
शादी
प्रो बन
करनी,
गए हो, अब तुम
yeah.
शादी बनाओ. हाँ, right.
So Ninja, you have never, deferred and never gone back and used some diplomatic and parliamentary languages. You have been like ruthlessly, brutally truthful. I mean, how do you dare to do such a thing? Because most women in India would never dare to do, including me.
I think I lost you.
No, I'm there, Ninja.
Okay, so I feel like,
Ninja,
so
can you
I
hear
come
me?
from a, yeah, yeah, yeah. So can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
So I come from a very mixed family of castes. I have a lot of
Okay,
casteism that is in my family. So there is a lot of
okay,
Jats, there is also a lot of Dalits, there is a lot of every caste in my family, all right? So I have come from a family where I have seen first-hand oppression, you know not with my family, of course, but extended family, or people who tell me, who come to my house, who are women, who are widows, who are way, they are Dalits, and I have seen oppression firsthand. I have seen stories, my grandmother telling me कि जो छोटी जात के लोग होते हैं हम उनको पानी नहीं देते कुएं से, या there was one instance when my choti jaat ki friend came in, and my grandmother burned the blanket, you know. So I have seen oppression firsthand, and I feel like when you have already seen how dirty it can get, you are not really scared anymore, you know. So I feel like no matter whichever caste it is a Dalit or a scheduled caste or whatever the hell the caste is, or a Jat or a Gujar, women are always oppressed. जाटों की औरतें भी पल्ला करेंगी, भंगियों की औरतें भी पिटेंगी, हर किसी की औरत ही पिटती है, लाइक विक्टिम हमेशा औरत ही होती है. सो आई फील लाइक जब हमको विक्टिम बनना ही है तो हम किसी जात में अपने आप को क्यों बांध रहे हैं या किसी चीज से डर क्यों रहे हैं. सो आई हैव ऑलवेज बीन वेरी क्लोजली associated with life. I've already, I've always, even though I've come from a very privileged background like that, very, very good schools and everything, but I've always seen life very first hand. And I've always, I was, I think, in sixth grade when I was making a collage on social reformation by Raja Ram Mohan Roy on how he abolished sati. So I was only in sixth grade when I was talking about social
Okay.
reformation. सो आई ऑलवेज थॉट कि मुझे मरने से डर तो लगता है नहीं. आई एम नेवर स्कैर्ड कि ये मुझे मार देगा, ये मुझे ये कर देगा. एंड आई एम 6 feet tall, so I already feel like a
Yeah.
man. So I am like जो बोलना है बोलो, मुझे फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
So Ninja, we'll quickly move on to the next section, which is named as rapid fire. So
Okay.
you have to give very short answers and the first answers that come to your mind. Okay. So describe yourself in one word or one sentence.
Ninja.
Okay. At what age did you start off as a model?
19.
First modeling assignment.
Cover of Marie Claire, India.
Your most successful assignment, which actually made a turnaround in your career.
The cover of Elle magazine.
Your strength.
Myself.
Your fear, biggest fear.
How I think I'm a very scary person, so myself.
What do you look for in a partner?
Nothing. I don't want a partner. I mean, you should give me a massage when I need it.
Okay, so what's your idea of a romantic date?
A lot of seafood and the ocean. No one else.
Candlelight dinner, or flowers from the clouds, or what?
Nah, just the ocean. I think I'm dating the ocean. Just the ocean and myself with a lot of seafood. That's fine.
Would you like to get into acting?
Nope. I've been offered. I'm not interested.
Okay, so there are a couple of questions where you have to only answer in I have or I haven't. Okay? Have you ever lied to get an assignment?
Yes. Multiple times.
After a bold photo shoot, did you ever regret it?
Nope. I'm too bold for any bold photo shoot.
Lovely. That was a classic answer which you gave. Have you sometimes ever felt that bold photo shoots are judgmental and people then start seeing you through your clothes? I mean, see through, beneath your clothes.
I mean, I've never really thought about what people think about me, and even if they think anything about me, they're too scared to tell me. So, I've never been scared.
Okay. So, have you ever felt that you have entered the wrong industry?
Nope. I'm not a part of the industry. I change the industry whenever I want, so who cares where I've entered?
Okay. Ninja, it's sometimes little difficult to hear. So if you can please be a little more loud, okay?
All right.
Have you undergone cosmetic surgery to look beautiful?
Nope. I'm original.
Looking, you anyways look stunning.
Thank
Uh,
you.
Faced immense criticism for your opinions sometimes. So, have you faced it or no?
I think it takes a lot of intelligent people to criticize me because I'm very intelligent myself, so no criticism.
Okay. So, just a couple of more questions, which you have to answer only in yes or no. Do you
Okay.
believe in true love?
Nope.
Okay. Did you ever have leave an assignment because of the wrong answers of your peers or your superiors or whatever?
Nope.
Have you faced a Me Too moment?
Nope.
Amazing, huh? Your life have that way has been, very simple. Casting couch exists in modeling industry, yes or no?
Yes.
Have you faced a casting couch?
Nope.
Would you like to term yourself as a feminist?
Nope.
Uh, so you are a victim of so many things. You have faced racism, you have faced objectification, yet not faced Me Too, not faced casting couch. So we have come to the end of rapid fire, but then this is something which is really striking me. I mean, what is this contrast about? Explain, please, Ninja.
I have faced objectification and racism in my personal life, never in the profession I was. So, casting couch and everything is,
Okay.
we are talking about the profession, people calling you in and asking you to take your panties off and fuck them in order to land for a job. But I always was represented by the biggest agencies in the world. So, my professional life was great, but the problems that were coming in was my personal life because I was dating the wrong people. So, I was getting raped and beaten up by the guy I was dating, and also about when I used to go date. I've dated a lot of men. I've slept with a lot of men in my life, and I have no hesitation talking about it. So whenever I used to go out on a date with a person, and sometimes I would end up getting my drink spiked, or I would end up making a friend who would spike my drink to molest me and eventually anally rape me. So things had happened in my personal life, not professionally. So I feel like that is the difference that everyone needs to know.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, that clarifies basically, otherwise it looks like quite a contradiction. So, Ninja, tell us something about your company, Ninja's Model.
My company was started in 2017, and I started it because when I was burned by a steam iron in New York, I ended up in a psychiatry department in New York. I spent 8 hours of abuse in the psychiatry department, and in the end, I was bailed out by a guy who was brown colored. He thought I was Indian and he thought he should help me after 8 hours. Varna, I would have been locked up in a severe facility after that, and maybe, established and mentally unstable and never would have made it out. So I feel like after
Right.
being a supermodel, I ended up in a psychiatric department जहाँ पे लोग मेरे पीछे syringe लेके भाग रहे थे. They were saying stupid things like, I want to drink your blood, I want to spit it on Allah. And, I was 8 hours locked up with prisoners where they were all mentally unstable. So the guy who helped me get out of that facility was a Bangladeshi doctor. And I felt like इस विदेशी
Okay.
देश में जिसने मेरी मदद करी वो देसी है. So I started this company to promote brown skin.
So, this company is you established in India, isn't it?
Right. I established the company in New York, but yes, we run it out of India.
So, currently you're based out of India.
New Delhi. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, how do people contact you for an assignment?
On email, my phone number.
Okay. 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 So 3 tips for aspiring models.
Don't leave your education. Be tall, be fit.
Okay. So that was about it. And last thing which I want to ask you is that you have said that I am a product of extreme hate by men. Men have always found means to humiliate me, hurt me, rape me, and whatnot. They have always been there to feed on my innocence and hurt, break and shatter me. Result of which I don't hate all men, but I hate the idea of a man. I am alive here for all the innocence that is left.
Right.
Please ex- uh, tell us a little more, explain a little bit about what you want to say here.
When I quote I quote all females out there. And I feel like all the women become so sour. हम इतने कड़वे इसलिए हो जाते हैं because there is no direct patriarchy that comes on to us. Like, this vidai.
Right.
This system that has been created by men. Hold on a second. Can you shut this door? This has all been created by men. All these rituals have been created by men, and all this hate that has now. I'm talking to you about rape and how things have unrolled and unfolded with me, but still there are going to be
Right.
a lot of men who are going to be commenting on this video and be like, what a randi, that's what they're going to say. So I feel like a lot of men, no matter
Sure.
how a woman is, no matter how good you get, no matter whose wife you are, everyone's got to say something nasty about you. So the person that I have become, I say things as I feel, and that's not a very womanly thing to do, because women are supposed to process, reprocess, reprocess, and then say the nicest things that are accepted
Correct.
by usually the men of the society. So I feel like I don't have that
Right.
filter. I have dissipated all those
No filter,
filters.
absolutely. No filter with Ninja. For my viewers, I want to say no filter absolutely with Ninja. As soft and as silky, you see her outside. She could be that tough and ruthless inside as well. And she does not camouflage. There is no sugarcoating in what Ninja says, and that's the thing which is best about Ninja. Ninja, one last question. We'll close with this. Recently,
Right.
the Supreme Court asked a rapist that would he like to marry the victim,
Right.
and that created quite a roar in the social media. What is your take on this?
My take on this is there's one of the options that a man would think a woman would want, and the question is for how long, you know, until the time the country is run by a woman, and then those no more stupid questions like this would be asked. That's my take.
Okay, so thank you everybody for joining, and Ninja, thank you for being with us on this show. And as you are, the honest and the no filter person, you have been so candid during the interview. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much, Vandana ji. It was great talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.